Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're doing a book haul, and these came from a myriad of different places over the past long time, I don't know, but I thought I would share some of the ones that I haven't shared yet on my Instagram. I did a haul a little while ago about some books that I got for free in an IGTV, so you can check those out if you're interested in what I got there. But this is a different haul, and there's some really great stuff in here. Science fiction, fantasy, literary fiction, classics, television thrillers, all sorts of stuff. So let's jump right into it. My bangs are covering my whole face, so hopefully you can see my tiny little eyes behind the massive blonde hair on my head. First up, what I have is very exciting, and it is all of season 7 of The West Wing. I bought seasons 1 through 4 at Valley Village, and I didn't get 5, 6, or 7, but it's a TV show that I love very dearly, so I was in a little thrift store near my house, saw this, and thought I would pick it up to continue my collection. But yeah, this is a great TV show. I love it a lot. If you are unfamiliar, really quick, it's about a fictional presidency. It's premiered in 1999 and ran for 7 seasons, so I think until the 2006-2007 season, year. It's really fabulous. I would recommend you check it out. It was written by Aaron Sorkin, who also wrote The Social Network. You having fun there? Pet ownership is a joy. But that's The West Wing. Okie dokie, moving on. So, next up, this is a book that I don't know a lot about, but I've seen on Instagram for a little while, and then I saw it in a used bookstore and was like, the cover, fabulous. I've heard a lot of people enjoy it, so I thought I would pick it up, and that book is The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead, who also wrote the novel The Underground Railroad, which won the Pulitzer Prize and the National Book Award. So obviously there is some prestige coming here today, and I'm really looking forward to this. This takes place in Jim Crow era Florida in a hellish reform school. I'm reading directly from the insert for the wraparound. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm also super excited because this book is relatively new, and I found it in a used bookstore for $7 Canadian when it originally was purchased for $30. But yeah, The Nickel Boys. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know that much about it, but I am excited to read it. Okay, next book that I have is The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. This looks really good. It's a thriller, which I think, yeah, involves a live-in nanny. Again, I don't know a ton about this book. Told in the style of, okay, ready? I'm gonna try and remember from the recesses of my brain under the file English degree. Epistolary?
Epistolary.
I'll edit in the right answer, I'm sure. A novel, I think it's told all in letters, or at least the first 3 pages that I looked at. So I'm super excited. She gets involved in a murder case, and she's a live-in nanny. I'm hoping some Jane Eyre vibes, but that's just because there's a nanny, and that one's a governess. So I got this one used. I bought this for $1 at a thrift store, and it's in great condition, so I'm super excited about that. And yeah, will I keep this on my shelf after I read it? It'll really have to blow me away, but we'll see. Either way, I hope to get to it soon, and I'm looking forward to reading it. And that is The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. I took a chance on this one. I just kind of picked this off the shelf and was like, well, I'll try this because it's got a great cover. And that is Rhapsody by Elizabeth Haydon. And this is one of the Tor fantasy books. So it has a fabulous painted drawn cover that extends all the way. Sorry, I'm a spine cracker. There we go. All the way across. This one I know very little about. It's got overall pretty positive ratings on Goodreads. I just took a peek, and basically it's about a woman who gets caught up with a couple shady characters, and they go on an epic voyage. And what's really interesting about this one is that not only is it a fantasy book, but it spans centuries and ranges across a wonderful fantasy-filled world. So I'm excited. I think hopefully this will be interesting. I think there's a couple other books in this series, but I might just read this one. So we'll see. But again, for $1, can't really go wrong. So hopefully I get something out of it. Okay, next. This continues my saga of discovering Star Trek books because I bought 2 Star Trek novels. I don't know why I get embarrassed about this. It's not that embarrassing. It's just, I mean, it's Star Trek. It's whatever. I guess it's just the inherent, I don't know, maybe nerdiness about Star Trek, which has kind of stuck with me from the wider pop culture. But I am excited to look for this. And I mean, one of the premises of these is admittedly pretty dumb, but we'll get into it. So I've got 2 Star Trek The Next Generation novels. The first one is Perchance to Dream, right there. This, is really interesting. The captain of the the captain of the USS Enterprise, Captain Picard, is captured by a mysterious alien race along with some of the other members of the crew. And it's about how they work together, how they get out of this sticky situation. Again, I'm expecting this to be written similar to how an episode of the show would play out. Hopefully that's good. This next one is called Here There Be Dragons. And I read the back of this and was like, oh, I wish this had been made into an episode because it reminds me of one of the episodes that I've seen that I love. Star Trek The Next Generation, Here There Be Dragons. Captain Picard and the USS Enterprise, TM, must stop a group of interplanetary trophy hunters from destroying a developing world. So this one, they go to a planet hidden in the center of an immense stellar cloud. And they are shocked to discover a world of knights and serfs lifted right out of Earth's Middle Ages. Ruthlessly exploiting the planet is a ring of interstellar trophy hunters preying on the immense native dragon lizards, 20 feet tall and armored like tanks. Woo! Look, I love the Star Trek The Next Generation episode. I can't remember the name or what season it is, but I'll put it right here. Where Q comes to the ship when they have all the archaeologists doing their little talk, and Vash is there, and he transports Picard and all the bridge crew into like a Robin Hood-esque alternate reality, and they're all the band of merry men. If you don't know The Next Gen, you're probably wondering what is going on, but that episode is so silly, but I just think it's so funny. I hope that they're good. I hope that they're fun. That's what I'm looking for. I guess not that they're good in the classical sense, but more that I have a good time reading them, if that makes any sense. But that's these 2 books. Okay, now we're moving to the real chef's kiss stuff. First is this wonderful Penguin Deluxe edition of James Joyce's Dubliners. This is a fabulous book. This is one of my favorite books. I was introduced to this book from a English literature teacher. I was taking a 1930s English lit class. I had said that I had most of James Joyce's completed works. I had most of his major works, and I wanted to read them, but I didn't know where to start because all I had heard was that Ulysses was a bucket list book, but really difficult to read. So I asked her, where should I start with this kind of modernist author? And she suggested Dubliners, because it is Joyce kind of writing an ode to his home city of Dublin in Ireland, and it's a collection of interlinking stories. So each chapter is different characters different stories, but they all take place in the same time and in the same city. So it's really fabulous. I would recommend this to anybody. This is my 70s Penguin edition, James Joyce. I have this edition also. I also have Joyce's Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man and Ulysses, or Finnegan's Wake, sorry, in this. These are really great, but I love the Penguin Deluxe editions, and this looks really fabulous, so happy to have this. And oh yeah, this is also a centennial edition, so the 100-year anniversary. Would really recommend this book, Dubliners by James Joyce. These are the last two books, and these are books that I've been looking forward to having forever. Since I discovered them, I've been obsessed. And that is the Penguin Vintage Japan Classics collection. There's 5 books in this series. I got 2 of them. I thought I'd start with the ones that I thought I'd be most likely to enjoy. So I got Ogawa's The Housekeeper and the Professor. I mean, look at this cover. Fabulous. These books look so good. And the inner sleeve, fabulous. So that's that one. And then I also got Tanizaki's The Makioca Sisters. Also, I mean, stunning. There's the back, and then the inside of this one, fabulous. These books, not only do they look fabulous aesthetically, but these stories I'm super excited about. I'll start with Ogawa. This one, the premise is super interesting. I read The Memory Police in April. Really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fabulous. The premise of this is a housekeeper is looking after a math professor who has had a severe head injury and has a very limited memory. So that's the premise of this. I don't know exactly what happens. I know she has a son, a young son, and it's about how she navigates this life with him, the professor, her son, and this impediment of memory loss. So I'm really looking forward to that. If The Memory Police is any indication, I should really enjoy this. So I'm looking forward to that. The other one, Makioca Sisters by Tanizaki. This one I know less about. I'm not familiar with the author, but I read the premise, and one of my favorite eras of fiction, or favorite thematic goings-ons, is interwar fiction, or the loss of empire, all these kinds of things. I really love interwar fiction, which is between the end of World War I and the beginning of World War II. Examples of this would be things like, one of my favorite books is Goodbye to Berlin by Christopher Isherwood, which traces his time as an Englishman in Germany between 1929 and 1933. That's really fabulous. I also love Brideshead Revisited, which I discovered for the first time this year, about a man getting involved with a wealthy British family in the 1920s. I love the themes that play out in interwar fiction, and this has that going on. This is about a family in the years leading up to the Second World War, about 4 sisters, and they navigate their own, this I'm reading from the little insert here, they're navigating their own personal relationship with the fading luster, the Makioka family name. So it has a blending of ancient custom with new world ideas, with the waning of empire, with the realization, the reckoning of family power, family names. I'm hoping there's some sibling stuff in there, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm hoping this will be really fabulous. And yeah, that's this one. Yeah, these are all the books. I hope you enjoyed this. All of them are upside down. So, but I don't want to work to flip them over again. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this little mini haul, or this, it's actually a pretty sizable haul. This head-sized haul. And yeah, if you have read any of these books, If you know anything about them or are planning to read them, let me know. I'd love to have a conversation about these books. But you can also find me, my Goodreads page is linked in the description, as well as my Instagram is also linked in the description, so you can check those out. If you like this, if you like the content that I'm putting out, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I hope you're having fun watching them, and I will see you later. Bye!